call him the southern group. Eastern group is 50 east of Wampa. Eastern group now turning Golden Angel. Understand, cleared to kill. Leader, past the line now. One, cleared kill, cleared kill.
По курсу до цели полсотни 3. Выше 3. Понял. По фронту между целью 2 километра.
Одна слева, одна справа, 209.
Пошли направо, 39. Наблюдаю, работаю по ней. 10 наблюдает? Нет. Понял. Находится справа. Иду за паром второй. Уходите влево, 2-2. После второй за нами. Работаю по верхнему. Давай, выхожу вправо. Понял. Просто второй за нами, давай. Огонь, огонь! Понял.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you going? Welcome in, welcome in. Let's get ready for the 104th Phoenix facing off against FGAS. I hope you guys are doing well today. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're excited for the match. I know I am. Oh no, my flares aren't turning off. Got to figure out which button turns them on and off. My flares are all, they won't stop going off. No. Oh well. That doesn't matter. We have more important things to take care of. More importantly, rolling the dice for the map. So, let's get that out of the way. This is caucuses only. So, 3, 2, 1. Map number 1. We also have to flip a coin. 1 is heads, 2 is tails, and the 104th have picked tails. 3, 2, 1, go. The 104th win the coin flip. So let's change the map. Sochi versus Mozdok. Map 1. Alright, get that hammered in. And let's say hello to everyone. How are you all going? Hey, Sukhoi Snowda, Night Assassin, Skitsy, good to see you, Swoop Monkey. How are you? Welcome in, everyone. Nice emotes there, Skitsy. Good to see 104th fans here. Alright. And 104th. We'll let the 104th know that they are getting to pick the starting side today. That's so strange that I can't turn off my flares. There we go. Sounds like everyone's doing well. You got another thing coming. We'll put up a poll in just a minute, so you guys can let me know who you're here to support. I just have to make sure that all of my connections are good, and they do look good. Hello, Tectinium, how are you? I hope you're having a good day today. I know I am. How are we looking? We are looking good. Let's get me in my spot. There we go. Cool. Hey, Fearless, how are you? So, this is our playing field today. It's a classic for a reason. Over for the 104th, we have Maverick, West Play, and Wiley here at the moment. Facing off today against Fleetgirl, Air Supremacy. Looks like it's 3 F-16s so far and an F-18. Make that 4 F-18s in the beautiful 104th liveries. Love the new flanker, so cute. Thank you very much, Tech. Looks like it's 5, so Pyromaniac, Maverick, Nuts, West Play, and Wiley form the lineup for 104. And don't they look good? Heli Pilot EGLW, thank you for the follow as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Both teams have agreed on no ECM. On the red team, for Fleetgirl Air Supremacy. So we have Gotland, USS Hornet, Yamato, Enterprise, and Scharnhorst, and I believe we have Missouri coming in. So we have 3 F-16s and 2 F-18s. So, relatively similar lineups for both teams. 2 F-18s for Fleet Girls, as opposed to the one for the 104th. And it looks like, in fact, the 104th have taken out their F-18 just for now, but maybe that's so that they can respawn. And there's the poll up on screen now. Hello, Hex. How are you? Welcome in. Looks like FGAS have one member that's just stuck in loading at the moment, so the teams will take their time getting up into position. I should have increased my graphical settings a little bit, so sorry if things are a bit scruffy, but I'm sure it's enough that you can get the details. And if you think one team is going to win over the other today, tell me why. Are you friends with the members? Have you seen what they can do? Have you fought against the 104th? Have you faced off against FGAS before? Let's have a look at their stats. So, FGAS, 3 matches, 3 losses so far, 104th undefeated. So this is looking like it's going to be a tricky one for Big Girl Air Supremacy. My flares are back. I might have to make myself invisible if I'm going to keep flaring all over the place. So weird that it won't turn off. Okay, there we go. Alright, the first members of Flick Girls are making their way, as 104th is also taxiing to the runway. You're not wrong, Mega. You are not wrong at all. Witness, 104th, back-to-back 3 times TAC champs, professional strength and honor. What are the rules? The rules are both teams take off at the same time and fly towards this central circle that you can see marked out here. That is around about 110 nautical miles in diameter. If one team controls the circle uncontested for 5 minutes, they win. But if the circle becomes contested, then the teams have to fight it out to either force one of the teams out of the circle or shoot them all down. Once one team is left standing, they can secure the victory by managing to fly back to base, meaning that they must at least conserve enough fuel for one pilot to make it home. Otherwise, it's a draw. Who's flying for 104th? I can tell you. There is Wiley, Play, Pyromaniac, Maverick, Nuts, and West. Meanwhile, for FGAS, we have Yamato, fuck, why did I say that wrong? Yamato, Enterprise, Scharnhorst, Gotland, Hornet, and we are waiting on Misery. Yamato Enterprise and Scharnhorst waiting for their fourth member. Both teams provided AWACS support in the form of Boeing E-3 Sentries, so they will have data link. Look good, feel good, fight good. Oh no, this loadout is horrible. Hold on. What is Wiley doing here? Hello. Oh, I was about to call him out for having too many AMRAMs, but no, he's got the right amount. Someone come get your mans, because this loadout is hideous. It's a weird-ass asymmetric loadout. It's horrible. I hate it. To the shop if you want a sausage roll. It's a long way to the top if you want a sausage roll. Uh-oh. FGAS taking an early hit here as one of their planes explodes. You called it the ugly loadout? Yeah, I'm not surprised. So we've picked up Missouri, and we have lost one of the others. I know the asymmetrical loadouts are very common on the EA-18G Growlers. They'll carry like one AMRAM, one targeting pod, one ECM pod, one fuel pod. What's a sausage roll? You tell me you've never heard of a sausage roll? What are you laughing at, Tech? They are not very big in the Middle East. A sausage roll is like a... and it looks like the Phoenix are the favourite for round number 1. A sausage roll is kind of like a savoury meat pastry, where it's like a tube of kind of meatloafy sort of meat that has been wrapped in pastry and then cooked into a kind of tube. That's great with a little bit of tomato sauce. Alright, how many planes have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is Matt flying with the boys? He certainly is. The pilot themselves. Let's see how FGAS is going. How's it going, FGAS? Because we don't want to keep the 104th boys waiting for too long. Looks like 104th are already getting a head start on refreshing their tanks. Aim 9's on the tips. Boo. I know. It's terrible, isn't it? But I guess these guys are the experts. Predictions are done, yes. 104th are the favourites, with 65% of the vote. I'm running out of camera angles here. FGAS can't even get airborne. Looks like they're just taking a little while to get connected. However, the 104th are all here and in beautiful formation. Alright, already loading. After today's match, I'm going to be doing some cooking tonight. I'm going to be making a homemade pasta sauce and some rigatoni. If you were to marry, sleep with any aircraft, what would be your choice? weird question to ask. What's your answer to that question is, and why? If you were to marry and sleep with any aircraft, scratch noodles, gonna try it, but I've got some dry ones in case I fuck it up. So we'll see what happens. Alright, FGAS is taxiing now. Cool. Looks like we're going to get some motion soon, which is good. Michael, thank you for the Prime subscription for a year! That's so kind of you. Hello, Blood Moon Go. Hope you're well. Yours would be the Cessna 172, because it's cheap to maintain. Yeah, this is my girlfriend. She's a Robinson R44. She's not very stable, but, you know, she's cheap. Taxiing clean arm on the runway. Some teams like to do it so that they can put on their external fuel tanks at the last possible moment and not take any unnecessary sippies. You love giving me my Bezos bucks? I love Jeff Bezos's money. If I could have all of Jeff Bezos's money, I would. CEO entrepreneur, born in 1954, Bezos, Jeffrey Bezos. I love this livery on the F-16. It's one of my favorites. And Gemini TV, thank you for the flow. The two F-18s up ahead. What's this livery? Oh, Canadian F-18s. Watching while driving, wish me luck. You'd be happy with 10% of Jeff Bezos' money? True. Yep. Welcome in, Hate to Lose. Okay. Both Teams ready. Get set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go. And there we have it. That's the start of round 1. And yes, please do not watch my stream in any circumstance through which you may come to harm. As the Canadian F-18s lead the way for FGAS, Wiley charges forward in the F-18 for the 104th, leading the way in the double ugly. Not far behind, we expect to see Pyromaniac and Maverick getting their start. Beautiful takeoffs from Pyromaniac and Maverick. The second takeoffs for the 104th. Meanwhile, all the way down here, Missouri and Scharnhorst have taken off, with Yamato and Enterprise to follow. That's everyone from FGAS safe off the ground as Enterprise and Yamato make their way up. Western Nuts have taken off now, meaning that Play is the last one to go. Get your phones out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check out a QR code. Fleet Girl Air Supremacy. So they're all ship girls. I believe they're, I don't know if it's Azure Lane or if it's the other one. I think it's Azure Lane. Or it might be, God, what's the other one? Sure there's another one. Okay. So Wiley, Pyromaniac, and Maverick are a trio looking to head up fairly high. The F-18 only at 18,000 feet, but Maverick and Pyromaniac are up at 30 grand already. Meanwhile, the Fleet Girls are in formation. Kantai Collection, that's right. But yes, I have interviewed them before, and they have clarified that it's all ship girls. Good formations. Battle lines forming for FGAS. Looks like they're in pairs. Missouri and Scharnhorst, Enterprise and Yamato, and Gotland and Hornet are cruising along. Gotland and Hornet are the F-18s. Current separation between the teams is, I'm going to guess, 153. Okay, close. Pyromaniac up in the sky and leading the way for 104th. The sun glistening off that gorgeous black and yellow, black and gold, correction. As we see the 2 lines of 3 formation starting to form here. one of the more popular ones amongst the high skill teams. Has any squadron tried training? Like a trained formation? How do you mean? I'm not sure. Like one after the other? It's something that people occasionally did with electronic countermeasure pods. And they would have the plane with ECM at the front and the planes without ECM behind it, so they would kind of disguise the radar signature. Oh, absolutely, Lakel. I would argue that that strategy that you're describing there is usually called grinding. And what you'll see is that these pairs of two will grind with each other. So Scharnhorst will attack, and then once Scharnhorst gets fired off, they'll break off, and Missouri will attack. And then once Missouri gets, shot at, they'll start defending, and Scharnhorst will take the attack back. That's called the grind, or grinding, in air-to-air combat, and I'm willing to bet that you will see plenty of it here, as Pyromaniac enters the circle at 49,000 feet. Let's see if he gets all the way up to 50 grand. Looks not quite like it, leveling out at 49,100 feet. The weather today is almost perfect. Ship girls grind each other? We should all be so lucky. Looks like Yamato... Why am I mispronouncing Yamato today? What's the difference between a San Marzano tomato and a plum tomato? Aren't they the same thing? Because I read Yamato as tomato. Looking good, feeling good. Looks like we have a fight on our hands. Pyromaniac at 45 grand, and proceeding at 580 knots. Starting to accelerate now. The battle area is contested. We have a fight on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Pyromaniac trading altitude for speed here, getting up to 700 knots. Scooping down and is now within 81 nautical miles of Scharnhorst and Missouri. Nuts is 76 nautical miles away from Enterprise and Yamato. Gotland and Hornet, the F-18s for the ship girls, are just about to enter the circle. Pyromaniac at 770 knots. Beginning to peel back up again now. I reckon we'll see a shot shortly. I reckon this is the ultra long-range shot from Pyromaniac, as Enterprise and Yamato at 35,000 feet are charging towards 104th. Wiley and Maverick, one at 27,000, one at 40,000. Looks like the F-16s are happy to stay at high altitude for now, with the F-18s taking it easy. Yamato suspects there might have been a shot, begins preparing a defense. Peeling off towards Gotland and Hornet. Enterprise continues. Pyromaniac is now 53 nautical miles away from Scharnhorst. No shot yet. Yamato stops defending for now, as Enterprise gets within 43 nautical miles of Nuts, who suspects there may have been a shot and starts going defensive, ditches altitude against the missile that isn't coming. And Scharnhorst takes the first shot of the match, rolling over after launching that AMRAAM. It proceeds up to 46,000 feet. Pyromaniac has not shot back yet. And is not defending yet either. Pyromaniac fires. Not yet defending. Scharnhorst's missile is a third of the way there. Neither Nuts nor Enterprise have fired at each other. Nuts is now down at 8,000 feet. The missile heading towards Pyromaniac, still traveling at 1,500 knots at 55,000 feet. Pyromaniac now defending almost straight down. Missile towards Scharnhorst. Looks like it may actually be going for Missouri. Pyromaniac realizing this missile's got potential as it goes ballistic. Looks like he might have given it the slip, though, escaping out of the gimbal limits of the missile. This one's for the dirt. Impact. No dice. But it looks like Missouri might have been caught out as this missile goes straight down the front. First kill goes for 104th. As Missouri is done. Nuts fires towards Gotland at a range of 25 nautical miles. Gotland realizes the missile is active now, starts notching. But are they going to give up the altitude or just turn cold? The missile towards Gotland, traveling at 1,200 knots. (1,000 knots). Gotland is traveling at 600. Missile goes down to 900. Looks like it's going to get defeated by speed as West fires towards Hornet. At a range of 22 nautical miles, Scharnhorst progressing towards Maverick now. Maverick rolls over, doesn't fire just yet. Scharnhorst is only 15 nautical miles away. Still with a full pack of missiles, Yamato and Enterprise contending with a missile up here. Yamato defending against this one as it goes low. Gotland and Hornet both defending against their missiles, neither of which have fired themselves so far. Scharnhorst goes defensive against Maverick in play, but none of them have fired so far. However, quite an altitude advantage. However, Enterprise is up quite high, 30,000 feet, fires off a missile. Looks like this one might be going towards play, a 20 nautical mile shot. The 120s fired towards Hornet and Gotland, run out of speed. This might be a very good shot from Enterprise here. 1,500 knots. Play's going to have to defend against this one hard. Might have been caught out at too high an altitude. Let's see. Definitely knows it's there. Ooh, looks like he might have just slipped out of the seeker. Oh, it reacquires, but only just. Okay, it's starting to go too slow now. Looks like play gets away from it. Good defense. The F-18s fire a shot towards West. It's got some good speed on it. But it's got a little bit too far to go, and West has plenty of terrain to play with. I reckon this one is for the mountain. Impact. Play and Maverick are now within about 15 nautical miles of Scharnhorst and Yamato. Enterprise is peeling down to assist Gotland and Hornet. It's a 5v6 so far, as Maverick is getting within 8 nautical miles of the northern group. Still not willing to fire just yet. Scharnhorst gets an AIM 120 off towards Play. Looks like it's at about 7 nautical miles as Maverick continues to pursue. Play should be able to get away from this one unless something goes wrong. And certainly it looks like this one is evaded. Maverick now well within visual range of Scharnhorst. Fires. Missile comes off the rails. Scharnhorst starts trying to defend here. Manages to notch the missile into the ground. You see the impact behind him, but Maverick's right behind him. Gonna try for another one. Another 120 shot, this time at closer range. Gets him. Maverick gets the kill. Enterprise not far away, along with Yamato. Yamato right up against some of the members of 104th. Peeling up in altitude. Wiley's only 5 nautical miles away and fires. Yamato in serious trouble here. Looks like the missile goes for the wrong target, though. Oh, correction. Yamato does get caught. Enterprise now feeling very lonely here. Surrounded by baddies. .120 coming in towards Enterprise, fired from Play. Enterprise flying over the smoking wreck of his former teammate. This missile not going to have the speed to make the distance for Enterprise. Hornet contending with the missile coming in now. And it looks like Wiley has finally managed to confirm the kill on Yamato as they impact the ground. Gotland passing by their wingman, the 2 F-18s for FGAS still up. And still with 2 AMRAAMs on board. Gotland pushing towards Wiley now. Should be able to see him. Yes, it's the Fleet Girls, so yes, they're all named after ships. Gotland with the 8 nautical mile shot towards Wiley, who is at 20,000 feet and dropping altitude now. May be able to convince this missile into the ground. Looks like that might be the case. Gotland has to contend with their own. Hornet and West trade shots at 7 nautical miles. Looks like West fired a little bit later. It's got the legs. Impact. It makes it. Good shot. As Hornet goes down right on the edge of the envelope. Enterprise and Gotland, the last ones left. Play fires down towards Gotland here. At a range of 10 nautical miles, that'll be a tricky shot, but it's not outside of the realm of possibility. Maverick smells blood in the water. Firmly chasing down Enterprise and Gotland as they are deep in the terrain here. Gotland's got no AMRAAMs left. And just manages to dodge a 120. Looks like there's another one coming for him, though. This one's going to be difficult to notch. Almost gets rid of it. Gotland gets splashed. Enterprise, the last one up. Starting to turn over. Still with some missiles on the rails. Enterprise fires towards West. A 7 nautical mile shot. But with terrain. West is going to be unlucky if he gets hit here. And indeed, manages to get it behind a mountain. Enterprise. with 4 missiles left, 2 AMRAAMs, 2 Sidewinders, and 6 members of 104th trying to go get him. Play, sitting comfortably at 13,000 feet. All members of 104th still up. Enterprise getting pushed right to the edge of the circle here now. Pyromaniac firing down at 41,000 feet with a very long-range shot. Some risky maneuvers down here, but that's what you need to do. Managing to get away from maybe one of the missiles. It looks like it might have reacquired him, though. Doing the AMRAAM shaker. It's getting close. Ooh, that's unlucky. Bad luck for the trees. Alright, Enterprise turns in. Looks like the tactic they've decided to go with to uproot this nuisance is to go up to high altitude and fire down, as Nuts fires off their last 120. Thank you for the subscription with Prime, Fearless, by the way. Much appreciated. Enterprise runs the risk of flying straight into this missile. Looks like it might be going straight for them. And it kills him. 2 missiles in the air. Looks like these are going up towards Nuts. They're going to get close, but maybe not close enough. Nuts manages to get away from it. Alright, let's check the aircraft. 104th RTB. And with that, it looks like 104th quite handily take the first round. But they are far away from home, so it looks like there's over 100 nautical miles for each of these planes to make their way back home. That reminds me, let me switch on the timed messages for SATAC. Give me 1 second. Make sure that you guys get the SATAC alerts. And I'll post it myself as well. There's also the information for my Discord as well if you'd like to come and participate in a welcoming aviation-centric community. And feel free to follow me. Not only do I stream SATAC matches, but I stream all kinds of simulation games. From cooking to flying. But I won't be caught dead on a boat. What a spanking. It is a bit of a clinic being put on by the 104th, but that is the reward of hard work and good quality training. You only get to deliver a thumping like that when you really know what you're doing. Black Magic, thank you for the follow as well. Let's see what happened. So, Scharnhorst fires the first shot. Almost gets lucky. The missile gets relatively close to Pyro. Would have had the legs to chase him down if it hadn't been spoofed into the ground like this, so quite unlucky there. A good grind going here with Scharnhorst taking over from Yamato. Getting within 7 nautical miles of play here. Play immediately goes defensive and gets covered off excellently by Maverick here, who manages to get within 5 nautical miles, and that is a pretty sure AIM-120 kill. Oh, that's not the one that kills him. Yeah, gotta love AIM-120s, aren't they reliable? We watched this happen live. Scharnhorst unfortunately gets splashed. Whoopsies. Scharnhorst's wingman, Missouri, the first one to get splashed. From a shot from Pyromaniac at 40 nautical miles. So that's a 40 nautical mile shot for Pyro, taking out Missouri at the start of the match. Yamato gets taken out from about 7 nautical miles in a close-range shot from Wiley. Looks like Yamato might have been looking to chase down Maverick here, but didn't realize that Wiley was sitting well within visual range. Gotland trading back and forth here, but eventually gets caught out of position by Maverick with a 7 nautical mile shot from an altitude advantage. Maverick splashes Gotland. The USS Hornet getting very unlucky to not have this missile that they shot at West take him out. West expertly doing a roll here and delivering a 120. And simply out-defending in this instance here. With West's missile, at time of impact, still travelling at Mach 2. So, right on the edge of the envelope, that kill comprehensively performed by West. Enterprise here runs for the map edge. Tries to make something happen. Already has missiles coming out from Nuts. And flies pretty much straight into the shot from 13 nautical miles away. And Nuts and Maverick successfully get away from the shots fired in response. Maverick very lucky that neither of these missiles were for him, as they certainly came within sneezing distance. Let's check on our competitors. Okay, it looks like Maverick's leading the way back, with West, Play, Pyro, and Wiley all in relatively close formation on the way back. Because of the delay, I do have to run ads. I'm going to run those ads now because I think it's about 3 minutes before they get back to the airbase. So we're going to do ads now, and then we're going to give them a minute to make it back to base. flying information is very cool. Okay, Maverick at 62,000 feet. My guy is up at altitude. Let's see what he does. He's going quick. Blink and you'll miss him. Let's see how fast we get Maverick going. 930 knots. What's that in Mach? Let's see. It's going at about Mach 1.7. Yeah, maxing out at Mach 1.7. You up for today? Let me check. Have we got a mission, is the question. Alright. And Maverick's showing off, as he should, after the excellent performance. In the pattern, down the pipe 5x5. Hello Mogas, how are you? Welcome in. Any friends or members of the 104 here, the Phoenix, or any friends of the Fleet Girls going for the Navy shit hot break? Yeah. And with that excellent landing, 104th Maverick secures the round for the members of the 104th. Let's see who's coming in next. It looks like it's Pyromaniac and Nuts. I know the 104th quite intimately, mainly because every time I try and make myself look cool in multiplayer games, they come along and they just absolutely thrashed the shit out of me every time. If I had $1 for every time Raccoon shot me down... Wait, is Raccoon? No, Raccoon might be someone else. Let me double check before I say something stupid. I'm getting my pilots mixed up. Surgical performance from beginning to end. Well, they're still around to go. And with their organization, the Fleet Girls do look like they have a pretty good grip on things. Okay. I had the right Raccoon. And hello, Spade. Welcome in. Looks like Nuts is leading for landing. Touchdown. As the overhead brake comes on in, Pyromaniac and Play go in for the simultaneous landing. Not only is it stylish, it's also fast. And even managing to deal with a bit of wake turbulence there, Pyromaniac makes it down. Along with Play, Wiley and West, the last two. He's got his hook down. He's looking to catch the one wire, the one tile. Back in the old days, before they had invented the plow, F-18 Hornets had to fly with their launch bars extended to plow the fields so that the harvest could happen for another year. As a result, F-18s were some of the first aircraft to develop agriculture. By comparison, the savage F-16s have barely managed to surpass even basic usage of tools. Alright. Looks like everyone's down. Let's get everything ready for the next round. More importantly, let's make me big. Woo! Alright guys, now's the time to stand up and get a drink, but not before hearing a word from our sponsors.
Running a dedicated DCS server can be complex, time-consuming, and expensive. And after all that effort, you still might not get the smooth, seamless experience you're looking for. That's why virtual pilots and virtual squadrons choose MasterArm as a ready-for-immediate-use solution and for peak efficiency. With low latency, high stability, and uncompromising performance, MasterArm ensures that every maneuver, every decision, and every shot counts. Stay mission ready. Fly with confidence. MasterArm has your six. Get your server at www.masterarm.de.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, planes, let's get me out of the way. And get ready for round number 2. You see up the top left, it said 2. Alright. Hope you all had a good break. Hope you all stood up, stretched your legs, got yourselves ready for the next round, because it is FGAS versus 104th. Let's get the predictions up in chat. Who do you think's going to win round 2? .104th or FGAS. There we go. What is this song? Running Down a Dream by Tom Petty. And the FGAS are looking like they're almost ready. They're just waiting on one more pilot. Let's go check in with the 104th as Scotland taxis down. Looks like we might have had some substitutions for the 104th, as we have Spade in the F-15 Eagle, known by some as the F-15 XL or the F-15 Fat, spelt with a PH. We also have Wiley West, Pyromaniac, Maverick, and Nuts carrying over from the previous round in F-16s and F-18s. And the poor old Eagle has to go be all the way over here with the, what are these, Su-24s? I think they're Su-24s. Yay, I got it right. Has to go hang out with the Su-24s. 104th will win the round, and this is a great song. Thank you, EU Ghost 9. Is this anyone's first time watching SATAC? How are you finding it? What do you think? Is that a Blue Angels livery? I don't know. But this one here is Canadian. The 104th have their own custom liveries, so let's actually go over there and have a little look at the detail. So, let's see. The 104th Phoenix VFBS, 15 years excellent in flight, 2008 to 2023. So 17 years now of flying. The 104th Phoenix. Honor, excellence, and integrity. Apex Predator. Great livery. Okay, and the 104th are beginning their taxi. Alright, 104th taxiing in good order over to the runway. Looks like the F-18 is leading the way once again. I should really rebind the camera controls one day. I could do a better job of cameraing. Let's just check, has, okay, so... Looks like Spade doesn't have a backseater, is going to be flying the Eagle solo. You guys remember in that Star Wars movie Solo where Han signs up for the Imperial Flight Academy and he hasn't got a last name, so the guy says Han Solo. That was a weird plot contrivance. I feel like we didn't really need that explained. The 104th look big and ready and intimidating. So much fuel on the ground, so much potential energy, so much aeroplane to happen. Let's see how the poll is going halfway through. Looks like 104th are the favourites so far with 83% of the vote, but there's still plenty of time. Couple of FGAS supporters as well. We're just waiting on the ready call. Okay. Both teams ready. Get set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. And there you have it. It's the round of 2. Round 2. Is this the same 104th that the streamer 104th Maverick flies for? What, you mean this 104th Maverick? I don't know. I'll have to ask him. But here we have 104th Maverick lined up on the start line, the second pair to take off after the F-18. Let's watch him go. Maverick managing to score some very good kills in the previous round. Beautifully takes off in the pair of F-16s. There he goes. So, 3 up for the 104th. Meanwhile, for FGAS, Missouri, Scharnhorst, Enterprise, Yamato, Gotland, and Hornet are all off the deck. Hornet's the last one of the 2 F-18s. Tell you what though, let's give a little shout out to Mav. Oh, what was that? Alright, so Missouri charges up to 18,000 feet. I hope one day I can be good at DCS like Maverick. Nuts and West break off north, taking off in good order. Charging down the runway is Spade. POV, you're a chicken nugget in an air fryer. Actually, no, it would be like, POV, you're a really scary insect, and all I've got is a can of deodorant and a lighter to try and deal with you. I'm just obsessed with this livery, it looks so good. It's almost going to be a shame to jettison those tanks. 30 people watching the stream at your garden party. No pressure 104th, MoGas. Ladies and gentlemen, who are attending the garden party at 104th MoGas's house, he has let me know in advance that all of the possessions in his home are free. You can take anything you want and or need from his place of residence. There will not be consequences. So, charging along through the middle, Pyromaniac, Willie, and Maverick. Wiley, rather. It looks like Phoenix are the favourites for the round so far, with 78% of the vote. That's not dominant, though. Gold Black is such a vibe. I agree with you completely. Missouri charges along at 25,000 feet after burning at full speed. Scharnhorst, Yamato, Enterprise, and Missouri forming the battle line, with Gotland and Hornet, the F-18s, taking it slow up the middle. Taking it slow up the middle. Reminds me of my ex. Sorry. 104th Wiley here with the double ugly loadout. I wonder which fuel tank you would get rid of first. You reckon you'd get rid of the wing one or the belly one? I think the belly one would drain first. Let's just double check the connections on TACView. Everything is connected and good. Pyromaniac's got 13 nautical miles to go. Yamato's taking the long way north here. Neither team seeming to favour the more mountainous terrain of the southern area of this map. Which is interesting because if I was a team like FGAS, I would really love to have this amount of cover down here. It tends to be a great equalizer for, if you're going up against a highly organized and very well-trained team, one of the best ways you can break that kind of structure and concentration is by bringing the fight down low. I find, from experience, covering one another in the fight down low is quite tricky. And it is kind of an equalizer where it turns into fights of individual pilot skill as opposed to overall team cohesion. That's just my opinion, though. I would like to hear any speculation that you guys have. Have they got the gold to look so good? I don't know. It's got great reflections. I'm not on brilliant. Oh yeah, he's dropped the belly one first. I'm not on particularly high graphical settings at the moment, but this shine on the gold is just gorgeous. Okay, Red takes control of the battle area, with Wiley being the first to cross the line. Pyromaniac almost at the same instant managing to do the same. Missouri's about to balance things out, though, and contest the zone. The battle area is contested. Everyone is about 99 nautical miles away from each other. Looks like Spade has progressed all the way up to 40,000 feet. A very comfortable place for the F-15E to be. And away they go. Yamato has made good distance and is now 80 nautical miles away from the northern group, peeling all the way up to the northern outskirts of the circle. Gotland and Hornet still cruising in non-afterburning speeds. What did you miss? Not much, CZ Rally. Round 2's just about to get stuck in. But, a comprehensive clinic put on in round 1 by the 104th. Though it's important at moments like these to take the time to appreciate and be congratulatory to people of all skill levels and levels of experience in competitions like SATAC. Without the participation of new teams, there would never be any new talent coming and joining these competitions, and I can tell you that with experience, these younger teams very quickly take their place of pride among some of the best within DCS competition, and as a result, I think it's always worthwhile celebrating newer, smaller, younger teams and congratulating them on putting in the effort to build a team of 6 to compete in a competition with us and give us something wonderful to watch and a great opportunity to see some excellent DCS flying. That being said, it's still anyone's game, as Yamato and Nuts close within 44 nautical miles of each other. Yamato has the altitude advantage, and it looks like Nuts is happily going defensive already. Looks like the first 120's come off. That one might have been fired by Spade. Let's have a look. Yep, Spade shot one, and it's heading off towards Yamato. Depending on which part of the world you're in, you may be contending with some pretty serious heat. Make sure you keep cool, stay hydrated. Make sure you have your bleed air set to cold. Looks like Yamato's going to try and defeat this one kinematically. That might be a mistake, because it's getting close. Yamato does not get the math right and gets blown up. Thinking that they could go for the notch there, but unfortunately, no luck. An early loss for FGAS. AIM 120s are going all around the place, though. One's flying directly over Wiley, rather. AIM 120's going for Maverick. Looks like Maverick is getting past them, though. So, no effect on target just yet. Missouri and Pyromaniac within 20 nautical of each other. Definitely a deadly range. A 12 nautical mile shot towards Missouri from Pyro, both of them at about 25,000 feet. Missouri in serious trouble if they can't ditch this altitude real quick. Scharnhorst coming along, though, to cover. Missouri's going straight down. Willie, Freudian slip? Yeah, I'm illiterate. I can't read. But that's okay. You don't need to be able to read to fly planes, or be a plane. Okay, Missouri manages to get away from it. And here we have 104th Penis, Wiley in the F-18. Jettison the last of his tanks. Gotland fires towards Maverick, a 15 nautical mile shot. Maverick at 20,000 feet. Enterprise is dealing with a shot from west as Missouri and Scharnhorst continue to proceed, closing within 50 nautical miles of West. Who's going to shoot first? Looks like West has picked something up. Peels over after taking the shot. Missile away. Heading towards Missouri and Scharnhorst. Looks like they've detected that Missouri is the one being fired at. Missouri goes defensive. Scharnhorst fires at West. This is a deadly shot here. Goes for the terrain, though. West successfully manages to spoof that one. Missouri contending with this one. Is he going to get away from it? No dice. The wings come off. Missouri gets splashed. It is 6-4. Hornet and Gotland contending with Nutt at 15 nautical miles approximately. Scharnhorst now very close to Pyro. In fact, very close to Pyro. Pyromaniac might be entirely out of position here. As Fleet Girl S Supremacy might be getting their first kill of the match as Pyromaniac does not get away from it and Scharnhorst splashes Pyromaniac for the first kill for FGAS. Now, 7 nautical miles away from West. Gonna have to be careful that West doesn't peel off and take a shot here. They're well within visual range of each other. West can see his dead buddy, and the hostile is directly beneath him. Scharnhorst just needs to pull up here, but West is target fixated on Enterprise here. Scharnhorst manages to peel up with an AIM-9M. The missile comes off the rails. Looks like it's trying to catch up to West, but no dice so far. Scharnhorst getting chased by Wiley here. As West is in serious trouble. Fires off his second AIM-9. And it catches up. Scharnhorst gets a second kill. Enterprise fires at Wiley. It is a 4v4. As Scharnhorst single-handedly manages to take down 2 members of the 104th. Oh, please let this go to a third round. I'd love for this to go to a third round. Scharnhorst out of missiles here. But still able to be a distraction. What about Enterprise? What are you contending with? Enterprise with 2 AMRAAMs, 2 AIM-9Ms. Maverick is coming in here now to take revenge. A full missile payload. Rolls over, fires the shot. Looks like it might be going for Enterprise as opposed to Scharnhorst. Scharnhorst managing to sneak underneath here. Enterprise having to go completely defensive. Enterprise needs to reverse direction. Does, just in the nick of time. And West hits the ground, confirming another kill for Scharnhorst. Scharnhorst is getting away with a lot here, but will this be the missile that takes this Thorn out of the side of the 104th? FGAS are not I don't know what gender anyone on FGAS identifies as, but I know that they like ship girls. That's all that matters. Scharnhorst runs out of luck, but fortunately has already had positive impact here. All of his missiles spent, or their missiles spent. Maverick now contending with Enterprise at close range. Enterprise just manages to get away from another one of Maverick's AIM-120s. Maverick, having had fired 2, still has 2 left. Enterprise has 2 as well. Enterprise here looking not necessarily too aware of where Maverick is. Maverick is lining up. But maybe Maverick doesn't know either. No, Maverick definitely has seen him. Fires the 120 off the wings. This one's going to be tricky to get away from. Already kind of within the notch filter. Countermeasure's not firing. Looks like manages to evade the 120. AMRAAM. And it looks like the heatseek comes off, but no dice. Does not go for the flares. Maverick gets a close range kill with the heatseeker. It's a 2v4 now with the 2 Hornets of FGAS. The last one standing. Let's see who's got what. Wiley, with a full complement of missiles, except for 1 AMRAAM. Nutt, down to heatseekers. Spade, AMRAAMs and heatseekers still remaining along with the Sparrows. Hornets, 1 AMRAAM left, 2 Sparrows, 2 Winders. Scotland, exactly the same. Maverick and Hornet trade shots at about 5 nautical miles. Let's have a look as they crisscross in the sky. The one towards Maverick is no good. What about the one towards Hornet? Maverick splashes Hornet, getting his second kill. Spade now contending with the close range Gotland. Spade at 23,000 feet might be caught out here, actually. Spade gets splashed. Gotland now the last one remaining against 3 members of the 104th, with only Sparrows and AIM-9s left to do it. Nuts is straight behind him, fires off a Sidewinder. Flares need to be coming off the rails, but doesn't look like they are. You're not going to defeat an AIM-9 kinematically like that, it looks like. Members of 104th have secured the win. 104th, RTV. The survivors for the 104th, Maverick, Wiley, Nuts, with 3 of their teammates. Not coming home for round number 2. This is what I told you. Do not underestimate any team that is participating in SATAC. You might have all of the experience, might have had all of the training and all of the practice, but sometimes they can just catch you off guard. And in a spectacular performance from Scharnhorst, managing to score 2 kills. Maverick as well, managing to splash 2, including a close-range AIM-9M kill. Let's go to the TAC view and see what we missed. Okay, let's go and see the absolute rip that Scharnhorst went on. So, Scharnhorst managing to get a 5.5 nautical mile, 5 nautical mile AIM-120 shot against Pyro, who was just a little bit too high up, I think, to really defend against this one. A little bit of a tricky one there. Scharnhorst fires the last AMRAM he's got at Pyro, and West now, without a wingman, is in a bit of trouble. The first AIM-9 shot. Music's a bit loud, give me a sec. Scharnhorst manages to pull behind West, fires 1 AIM-9 at 2.5 nautical miles, and it doesn't hit. This missile must have gotten deadly close. Okay, so within 1,800 feet. Man, AIM-9s have so much drag. I'm sure they don't have that much drag in real life. Scharnhorst locks onto West, though. West just running at this point. Managing to get within almost 1 nautical mile. The second AIM-9 is going to find its way. Scharnhorst now with no weapons left gets cleaned up by Nuts. Let's have a look at Mavericks flying here. So, Maverick fires a really high PK missile at 8 nautical miles towards Enterprise. Enterprise managing to beautifully defend against it, though. Getting it away right at the last moment. Maverick proceeds into close range. Enterprise here just losing the situational awareness fight, getting within 4 nautical miles. Though, let's see. Ah, yes. The AIM-120 and DCS, ladies and gentlemen. It certainly almost works. Enterprise managing to perfectly notch this missile somehow with no countermeasures. That's okay. Maverick's like, excuse me, and resorts to an AIM-9. So that was the end of Enterprise. Did we have an early loss? Yes, Yamato. Yamato got splashed here by Spade at 52 nautical miles. So Spade managing to get a 52 nautical mile shot here. The missile arriving, traveling at 22.3 Mach. That looked like a proper notch. Yeah, the tree. It's something about the trees, and I'm not messing with you in that. I genuinely think that something about trees in DCS is like part of how the game kind of determines ground clutter. So if you're flying over a bunch of trees or buildings, missiles just lose 100 IQ. Gotland and Hornet managing to hold their own against the triple threat of Nuts, Wiley, and Spade in the north. Unfortunately, just getting outmaneuvered as Hornet comes along here. Maverick prays and hopes that this AIM-120 actually does what it's supposed to do. And it does, right at the edge of its effective range. And Nuts manages to splash Gotland right at the end with an AIM-9. Not bad. Alright, 104th is making it back home. You hear the song of your people. What a great formation as well. The survivors, in this instance, taking the form of Maverick, Nuts, and I can't click on Wiley. There we go. Thank you for everyone who has supported me throughout this match and throughout this competition. I hope that you've enjoyed the coverage so far. Once the 104th comes down to land, we will be doing some interviews within the SATAC Discord. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this match, to also interact with the SATAC invitations that have been appearing in chat in their donation link. You can also hit the follow button down below on my stream and also find links to my Discord and to my Twitter and all of the places you can find Airshow. Thank you for the follow, Mogas. I hope your garden party is really good fun. Perfect day to be outside, I think. Thank you, Poppington. I hope that people have enjoyed themselves. Still got a couple of countermeasures after that fight. Always a good sign. Whoops. Fly Navy. I mean, you've got to love it, haven't you? Looks like Maverick's leading for landing, and will be securing the victory for the 104th, presuming he makes it down safe and sound. And a beautiful landing by 104th Maverick. Let's get that front nose wheel down. A little bit of aero braking never went awry. Keeps the crew chief happy. And that is round 2. Going to 104th for the victory. While he's coming down with the tail hook. There we go. Beautifully landed. That Hornet's landing gear probably doesn't even realize it's on the ground. And Nuts is here to secure the victory. Looks like Fleet Girls may not be able to join us for the interviews, so we might just get to have a quick convo with the members of 104th. As Maverick is going and finding somewhere nice to park. Oh, he makes it look easy, doesn't he? Careful, careful, you'll get yourself in trouble. Looks like Maverick just needs 2 minutes to get himself ready. Looks like they've got to set themselves up for a beauty shoot. Can't blame them. Congratulations to 104th Cadet Play on his first competitive appearance with us. First of many, I hope. Well done to Play. And well done to you, Pyromaniac. I recognize you. Bad luck in the second round, managing to get caught out by Scharnhorst from FGAS going crazy style.
Shalom.
Yo.
Hello! Would you please be able to introduce yourselves to those in chat?
Sure thing.
I'm 104th Pyro. I'm the XO 104th.
And I am 104th Wiley. I am the tactical weapons officer, allegedly.
Absolutely. And how are you guys feeling after that match against FGAS? Did you know much about this team beforehand? They're relatively new and have competed in 3 SATAC matches, just like you so far. How are you feeling about it in advance?
We had seen them in some of the TAC views from, they flew against Triple G, was it? Last week or the week before, and we flown them against those guys as well. So we did know a little bit. They came north with us, which was helpful to us because we didn't really want to play with the mountains. First round, we actually...
Yeah, I was just saying, as the second round was kind of developing, that it seemed like, especially the 104th, didn't want to tangle in the mountainous areas. Why is that, if you don't mind me asking?
Just people dropping off data link. The first round was clean because we managed to keep everybody on scope for the most part out of those foothills. The second round, I suspect that we just lost track of 1 or 2 guys on that left side in the foothills, and they bushwhacked a couple of us.
Yes, it looked like that they just kind of appeared and disappeared out of nowhere, and certainly caught Pyro, you, off guard a little bit. Was that just what happened? You just didn't expect someone to be there?
Yeah, they popped up late. Oh, the second round, dude, I was dragging somebody for like 3-4 minutes, just pleading for help, and Mav had problems with his data link, and he shot the wrong guy first, and yeah, it was a bit messy, a bit panicky second round.
Yeah, it was interesting because the way I was describing the usage of the mountain was that even in teams that have really good team play, sometimes once you lose contact with each other in the low areas like that, it can kind of start to turn into a little bit of a dice roll and a little bit of a luck thing about who appears in front of who and who figures it out the quickest. I know that you guys said that you would have preferred Persian Gulf if it were available. Is that predominantly because it's so flat and so open that you can just keep that kind of data link and situational awareness going?
I think we've just been flying on Caucasus every round of SATAC, and we're in ACWS, so we wanted to change.
It does get a little bit exhausting as well, yeah. The decision to switch out Spade in the F-15E, was that tactical or just getting someone a bit more experience, or was that dependent on need?
Well, actually, Play is our cadet. This was actually his first competitive appearance with us. It was just switching people out. We tried to, everyone that we train with, we all want to get them flight time in the matches and just reward, all there's a lot of effort that a lot of people that are not here today that goes into all this and keeping us sharp. And we like to rotate everyone through.
And it can be quite nerve-wracking if you're not used to it. The experience of sitting there, your heart does kind of get into your stomach a little bit, and you get a little bit sweaty. So having the chance to get the chance to compete and kind of get the first one out of the way is a huge moment. So congratulations to Play for crossing that threshold. Welcome to competitive DCS, a very welcoming community. And I know it is, because so many of the wonderful fans of the 104th have been here watching you guys and celebrating you all. Feels like you guys have quite a few fans and quite an extensive community. I know that you guys celebrated your 15th anniversary in 2023, so 17 years now. How did the 104th come about?
Oof, should have Mav here for that question.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It was
give me the shortest description.
I think Manowar and Polecat was it founded? And then Iron Mike was in there early, Mav was in there early. Yeah. It's
and these guys,
ancient history.
They've been flying since flanker, pre DCS world, pre A10C2. It's an extremely unique thing, just how long this group has been around. Not is still flying from back in those days, but a lot of people are, and it's I've been around as well a long time, since about 2010, I think, is when I first got into it, and there's no one that's been around longer than 104th, and we're very lucky to have that wealth of experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, the beauty of it is every new guy that comes in has got experienced guys above him to teach him. So you come in and start training with us, like the level of your play will just climb, will just skyrocket.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, it looks like FGAS aren't quite able to join us in the interview, so we can't have a chat with them. So, in order for you guys to get off and enjoy the rest of your weekend, I say to you, if you have any shout-outs you'd like to make, anyone you'd like to say thank you to, or any cheers you'd like to give to your team or anyone else, please go ahead. Stage is yours.
Sure, I got a couple. Cheers to Pup and Skitsy, and again Play for his first appearance, and all the guys here. They did a great job today. Very pleased and proud.
Yeah, and shout out to the tournament organizers and the streamers. We
Yes, thank you.
We moan about some things, but we're happy to be here, and we're glad you guys do this.
And we're so happy to have you. What an excellent demonstration of flying, and what a great performance you guys have given us. I look forward to the matches you guys have to come. We'll see you in the next rounds. Good luck and enjoy your weekend.
Yes, sir.
Thank you as well.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
All right, that looks like it's it for us today. Thank you for everyone who came and joined in. I hope that you guys enjoyed yourselves. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I hope that you will come and join the rest of the SATAC matches that will be happening. Let me just read them off. Looks like no more matches today, but on Sunday at 1500 Zulu, PTF versus Toro will be happening, hosted by DCS World Iran. I will be hosting the match at 1800 Zulu between Eclipse Task Force and Dark Raven. That'll be a match worth seeing. And there will be another match at the same time between Ghost Unit and AIN, who competed in one of the matches I cast last weekend. Otherwise, I will see you guys soon. Please take good care of yourselves and each other. Don't forget to interact with the links to the SATAC Discord and donation link. And also join in on my community as well. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 PM London time, playing DCS and all sorts of similar things like that. I will catch you guys tomorrow for more competitive aviation action. Thank you very much. Goodbye.